One day I'm gonna make the Fedora Chronicles into a real thing and not just a what if series. But until that mystical, magical day arrives, we have this, and I have a little simulation that I can bring back on the regular. But I think the Fedora made me feel more creative because I was like, you know what, this is my character, and the simulation is whatever I want it to be. So I just went to town with it. I made the Fedora off of like Copilot, and then I went to ChatGPT to really get it started. And then I just said, "Fuck it, I want to make fuck it. This is my simulation, so I'm gonna make a Bubsy comic along with it, and they're in the same universe." Which then made me want to do more things with these two characters, and then Renee and Fedora become a married couple, and I really love them. You have no idea. These characters are really, really near and dear to me, and yes, they were made with AI. And I'm gonna tell you this: I don't give a fuck, because I would love to have I would love to commission some art to like have like a freaking like the Fedora basically like in an alley, his green face is illuminated. And it's just so cool. Maybe we'll have like a few like crooks coming after him. He's like, "Well, looks like you boys you're trying to find him. You're trying to find me, huh? Well, let's see what I got here. Oh, a spring-loaded a spring-loading boxing glove. There we go. See, the thing is, like, I don't know how legal it would be if I actually like made Fedora comics, because like I don't know, it'd be too derivative of the mask. But I kind of still want to do something with him. I'd probably have to just say it's a green face he has. Radiation gave him cartoon powers or something. Or I had to change his face from green to something else. But I still think of what the Fedora could be. And I really, like Renee and the Fedora's, relationship. But I also like the various styles. I mean, I would want the actual Fedora comics to have a more distinct art style. So I look at these pictures and I go, well, I don't know, maybe maybe making him have a more human face and less cartoony would kind of be a good juxtaposition. Because originally in my thing he has like a mask, but I'm thinking like maybe he puts on the fedora and his freaking skin turns green or something like that. I don't even I'm just thinking out loud, but honestly, I feel like the fedora has a lot of potential. I mean, we haven't gotten the mask comic in a while. If you count Pledge Allegiance of the Mask. And trust me, I reviewed that and it was fucking horrible. Like, it didn't really say anything. It just said, it basically just tells you to go fuck yourself at the end of it. It's like, okay. You basically it wasted everybody's time, but I don't know. If I had to do a political thing with the fedora, it would be less about the politics involved, and more about how the politics affect other people. Originally, and I'm thinking of kind of doing something with the fedora and showrunner. whenever that gets started, because I feel like that would be pretty cool. Like, have an actual original, like maybe that could work, and they're looking, they'd be looking for content, so be a good idea, you know. I don't know. It's just some things I think about, and I don't know if I'm actually gonna really go through like the the showrunner stuff. I'll go through with that, but I don't know if anybody's really gonna like a green man who has cartoon physics that is not. I really like the mask, but he's more like if Dick Tracy had like cartoon physics. That's basically what he is. If Dick Tracy had more cartoon physics, and then like later on, he kind of leans into more of the cartoony stuff, but kind of still has this stoic look to his face. Like, and he'll talk like this, or change his voice to suit like whatever mood he's in. It'd be pretty fucking awesome. Just I don't know. This is just me throwing ideas, but like honestly, if I do this, I don't know, like if I do put, like say, showrunner goes like, "Hey, Bugsy, we want to use the Fedora," I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I don't know, man. Like, I would love to make just a Fedora series, but I can't make it with his little partner Bubsy, so I'd probably have to make some sort of Bubsy-like stand-in. Like, it wouldn't be a Bobcat. It would be, I'd probably call him Slub the Lynx or something. Something like that. Or, you know. Like, I'd have to change a lot around from the original. I mean, would you really call my simulation that I did on ChatGPT the original source material? I don't know. Like, the only person that ever seen it was me until I do that what if, until I finish with the what if series. But you know, and I gotta admit, when I was doing it on ChatGPT, it was pretty fun. I was my own little. It was like I was my own little comic distributor. Kind of like I was Marvel and DC, but the good parts, not the parts everybody hates. You know, it felt good. Although I did kind of go a little overboard with the simulation. Durgan Davis slapping Phil Spencer. The two serving David Zaslav, which is gonna be in the freaking what if. Regardless, because I thought those two parts were funny. Because I wrote that with ChatGPT back when Coyote versus Acme was getting the axe. Also, I'm gonna say this right now. I did two versions of Darkness of the Bleeding Moon event. Check. I will put something up in the top, right here, and I will want you guys to look at it. See, the original was just something I was like, oh, let me toy around with a massive comic event. But I was like, you know what? No. I kind of chickened out on the first version of Darkness of Bleeding Moon event. But then I was like, nah, since this is like my simulation and mentally I'm working with like buku amounts of, false money here. Like they have their own channel on Pluto TV and it's like this whole thing. We got the Fedora Chronicles. They get some shows, some other shows that most companies don't want for like syndication. They kind of get some money flowing in and some new stuff, and they go through a lot of licensing things, stuff like that. But I am gonna trim that down for what if because I was like while writing this in chat, while writing that in chat GPT, I was very like meticulous. Like I literally went through every single like detail, you know. Hell, there's even like a little Comic Con skit that there's like a dude in like a fedora costume and a dude in a Bubsy costume, and they asked the fedora about Renee, and I have it where the fedora is like shot like is like nervous because you know this well you'll see well I think I did a video on Renee too, so I'll get those, I'll put those links in the description. But yeah, I don't know if I said it in her dedicated video, but what I did with Renee was like, you know, they start falling for each other during the what did I call that arc? Fuck, it's been a minute. It's been a minute because I've been working on so many other things, so I kind of forgot. But I'll call it the Round the World Treasure Arc until I can remember what it actually was. I wanted to take the fedora out of Cartoon Town and like do some other things. You know, like kind of like those old Carl Barks Ducktales cartoon, like Carl Barks Ducktales comics. I know you're like Bugsy. You did it in AI. It's not that good. You didn't really make it. Personally, if you feel that I made something ChatGPT, which was really not for the purpose of like public viewing, and it was technically only for myself. I mean, okay, but I'm just telling you about it. So for all you anti AI people, you need to chill. I'm just trying to talk, okay? But yeah, and like the original simulation, because I ran out of limit space in ChatGPT. It ended with the fedora and the fedora and Renee getting married. Well, actually, I did with like Sizzamillia and Bubsy getting married, but that's a whole different thing. And we're not even on that in the What If yet, so you're gonna just have to wait on that. And I did kind of make two songs for like Chaos Portal stuff. Like I really do care about Chaos Portal as a concept, and it's just great. But in the overall like simulation, they're like okay, they're kind of like close with Marvel and DC, but they're not like there. Like with all the money they make, like Marvel and DC still kind of tower over them. But it's like the thing about Chaos Portal in the simulation was the fact that they acquire different stuff and make new stuff with that old stuff. And they even ask permission for certain things and shell out some money if they want to if they you know they shell out some money for Disney and various other things so they can have characters in Cartoon Town. So yeah, I even had Chaos Portal make a in the simulation I had Chaos Portal make a biker mice, Battletoads, Street Sharks, and Ninja Turtles crossover event, and I was just like, and I don't know, man. I was watching a lot of Biker Mice from Mars at the time, and I was like, you know what? Why can't we have that? I mean, we're never gonna get a Biker Mice from Mars, movie. That'd be fucking like great. And I know some people are like, I don't know about this Biker Mice from Mars, but I'm like, dude, a Biker Mice from Mars movie would be so fucking cool. Oh yeah, I did throw the SWAT cats in there too. Because, dudes, the Radical Squadron was the shit. Okay? There's no there's no real like actual no to that. Like fucking SWAT Cats was the best. When I was a kid, it was the best. I swear to you. God, I miss it. I don't even know about that reboot or sequel series that the Tremblay Brothers are gonna do. Whatever. I hope I'm saying their names right. Because I haven't heard nothing about it, but not like we would because Warner Brothers Discovery is like, nah, we're not doing it. Though I saw this one video saying that they're gonna bring Scoob Holiday Haunt back, but I haven't found that video. I think it got deleted as soon as people started to see it. That's a video for another day, but if this tells you anything, I literally, seriously want to do something with the Fedora. I want to do something with him. Hell, I'm gonna probably have him appear in most of the like little events that my friend Those the Breaker does, but he got a strike on his channel for very dumb reasons. But yeah. And plus, I can still do my Bubsy voice. What can possibly go wrong? Seriously, man, I love Bubsy. I know the internet like treats Bubsy like shit because we all gotta attack the thing that is annoying. But personally, I kind of like did a formula where Bubsy isn't really the annoying one. He annoys the villain he's messing with, but he's not really annoying the people around him. He's like pleasant. And I kind of made Bubsy a little bit more serious during the Darkness of the Bleeding Moon arc because he was actually in a coma. Yeah, he was in a coma. And I did kind of get a little fan wanky and added, Bugsy Prime up in there. Because literally, I would totally add Bugsy Prime in there just to kind of connect him with my YouTube stuff. Because that's just how I am. But here's some other stuff with the Fedora. Here's what the first comic would have looked like. Here's a variant cover to the first comic, showing what the Fedora was before it had the green skin. And here's the actual Chaos Portal logo, which, if it was real, I feel like it would be simplified a little bit. I'd say the one thing I really truly love about Chaos Portal is that it's basically just me wishing, me having wish fulfillment, straight up wish fulfillment. Like, everything I want to see, if I had buku amounts of money, I could do this, I could do that, I could really just be creative and have all the rights to various things. That's just pretty much what it is. And I had this idea for a Fedora Chronicles anime that's kind of like Panty and Stocking in the simulation, but I was like, I don't know, man. Am I going too far? Am I not going far enough? Am I overstepping my boundaries here? Like, what am I doing? so I kind of took a break from trying to do something with the Fedora, and I worked on other simulations, and learned a little bit, you know. But I'm telling you, or or this could be like, or think about it, like the Fedora in the panty and stocking universe, like a crossover where the Fedora adopts their art style. Like think how weird that would be. Because I had like an idea for it. Penny wants to do the mattress mambo with Fedora with the Fedora. Fedora's like, sorry, Miss Anarchy, Miss Panty Anarchy. I'm married. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not flattered, but I do not want my wife to be, pissed off at me. So no, thank you. Also, just having Bubsy around there too would be kind of weird. Like these were some ideas I had in the back of my head while making the simulation, and like I just don't. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know what I was really planning with that, but I remember distinctly this is what I wanted to do, and I just like I couldn't think of any reason why the Fedora would visit Dayton City. Where would this take place? Like, not like it matters with Penny and Stocking, but probably before the actual final episode. Before everything gets crazy. Stocking goes, "I'm a demon. I'm actually a demon," which never fucking made sense to me, by the way. Like it was never alluded to. It's just there for for a quick gag. Um, I don't know what really awaits the Fedora in the future. Personally, I want to do something with them, but I just don't know what. I don't want to do like a straight up book with them because honestly, I want you guys to see the action with him. Yeah. Even if I gotta like, even if I gotta do like onomatopoeias with it, you know? Because I feel like the Fedora is a good character, and I made two different distinct versions of him. The one on Sekai, which I'm thinking of just redoing all the Fedora Chronicles stuff on Sekai, seeing where that goes. And I want to like try to do some, and and if showrunner would allow me, whenever anything for showrunner gets squared away, because they're gonna be doing comedy first. When they start doing like action and like superhero stuff, I want the Fedora to be present to see if they would want him, you know. But, and yeah, a lot of things would be changed, but the core of the Fedora would still be the same. Like the basic outline, like the Fedora, helping out a cartoon like city, something a little bit akin to like CN City mixed with Toontown. Him meeting Renee because Renee is not really based on anything. The stuff with the Void Cult, but I would kind of like expand upon that further because I'd probably just say they're the ones that actually are part of the Darkness of Bleeding Moon, and the reason that Draconis is there. Draconis is like the main villain in that. Just things I wanted to actually like do, because I do want to do something with the Fedora, and these are just things I want to do. Also the wedding issue that I did in the simulation. I really wrote mostly everything, and then Chat GPT generated it. to like exactly my specifications, and I really just enjoyed it. Then I added Bugsy Prime into it, where where Kim Possible chases after him. You've probably seen a few videos of that. If you've subscribed to me, you probably have already seen like Bugsy Prime going like, "I can't really do nothing to her. I can't really do nothing to her. She ain't doing anything wrong, but she is trying to get me. She is trying to get me." Um, you know, most of the stuff that's canon to Bugsy Prime now is coming from the stuff I write in Chat GPT, and me just giving it a little bit of the old Bugsy touch. You know? But yeah. That's the Fedora. We are gonna get back into the what if-ery like November. Also, I wanted to do a kind of like what if on a Fedora Chronicles Christmas special. And yes, Bugsy Prime outside of this little what if is still gonna fight Santa Claus. You're probably wondering why I set it up. I'm going to make good on that promise. All right. Peace. And also, hold up. Before I get out of here, I want to give you guys something before I leave. If I can reach it with freaking YouTube's search thing, if I can. Okay, hold up. I'm probably gonna have to actually like look for it. Give me 1 minute as I pull that up. You know, the way if it's kind of structured. While I'm trying to get that, yeah, I did the character profile for Renee. I need to do the one for Bubsy though, because Bubsy is like the one character that I'm like really like fucking proud of, because he goes from what he was in his games to something completely different, and I like my version of him so much. I really wish I had a license to just do Bubsy related stuff and kind of get paid for it. I forgot. Did I bring? I'm trying to see if this is the right one, because I had two. And I just don't remember if this was the right one. But yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to stretch this video out more than it is. I just kind of want to show a little thing of what's always been in my head, I don't know if like... Let me see. One thing. There we go. The history of the Mirai universe, which is where Chaos Portal and the simulation is set in. Yeah, I made straight up like a lore for a universe of a fictional media corporation because I was bored and I was like, you know what? I wanted to do this, and here we go. So yeah, just a little bit of that. I just really like what I did here, and I'm actually very proud of it. I know some people will say, "Hey, well, you did that mostly with AI," but it's like, yeah, but the stuff coming from my brain and me being meticulous and very anal about what I wanted in it. That's that is just me. Like I said, the like I've always said, the AI is a tool. You can't just you can't just hit the enter button and it just generates something for you. You know, just is how it is. You know, but I can understand. I'm just kind of wondering how. You know, I'm still looking at updates from showrunner to seeing what they're actually doing because I was hoping to see how powerful their stuff was because I was hoping to see how powerful their actual stuff was because they're like, "Hey, if you make these episodes, we'll pay you." And I'm like, hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. But again, like I said, I don't know what the future really holds for the Fedora. But I still want I still want him to be shown. You know, I still want to show you who the Fedora is, the character he kind of started out as, and the person he became. Which later on he becomes a pretty good father and literally was training his son to be kind of like him, and the kid wanted to follow in his footsteps. No actual forcing. The kid just says, "I want to be like you, Dad, and I kind of want to do it." So there, that is. But uh, that's for it. That's for the what if. You got spoiled a little bit, but there it is.